Alrighty, welcome to DownSightsTherapy, the place where we play games badly, but we have some good talks. Look at this shooting, man. Look at this shooting. This is pro level. I don't even need ammo. Today we will be talking about bullying, just because it's something that I talk to lots of kids about. It's something that we've probably all experienced at some point in our life. Bullying's not much fun, so we'll have a bit of a chat, maybe get to the bottom of it, maybe even get some eliminations. Let's turn my phone volume off so I don't hear that again. Alright, so where are we going to land? I think let's just land shifty shafts. It's a little bit late, but that's okay. So bullying, it's a real pain in the you-know-what. And it's not just something that kids struggle with. There's a lot of workplace bullying. There's a lot of bullying that adults deal with as well. And it's not good at all. We'll land first, try and get a weapon, and see how we go. Oh, that's not a bad combo to start with. Now we need some healing. Ugh, this game is being so nice to me. Well, not so nice. Like, come on, that's not a bad loadout in the first couple of seconds of a game. Alright, so we remember the person landed up at that tree, didn't they? Can almost guarantee that they will be coming down shortly, if not already. Can they win over there maybe? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, come on. Where on earth is this person? I feel so alone. Come on. I'm all alone. Right, so bullying. So the first question you really got to ask yourself is, why on earth do people bully in the first place? You've really got to understand the motivation for a bully to understand what's going to work to stop the bullying. So what do you think is a motivation for a bully? Like, why on earth does somebody all of a sudden think, okay, it's going to be a really good idea to make someone else's life horrible today? Like, what motivates that? I'll tell you, one of the biggest motivations is just to feel really, really significant, really, really powerful. Because when you bully someone and you upset that person, it's like you're pushing their buttons. It's like they're 100% in control of you. And that sense of control, for bullies is something really, really valuable to them. You know, maybe they feel pretty powerless in their life. You know, I guess some of the biggest bullies kind of start off in the teens when you're feeling pretty powerless, aren't you? You know, you haven't quite got life figured out yet. And so it can be really tempting to find some ways to feel important and, oh man, what is happening? Feel important and strong and powerful. And if bullying is a bit of a cheat way of getting those needs met, it's going to be pretty tempting, isn't it? Because this is what bullies do. They push your buttons, they say whatever they've got to say to upset you, and then they'll just keep doing that. And it's like a little puppet. You know, they're pulling your strings, getting reactions. Quite rewarding for them, unfortunately. And not only that, what other motivations do you think bullies have? You know, bullies have the motivation also of being accepted. Have you know, you would have seen this before. You know, the bully will have their friends around and they'll be saying some hurtful thing to you, you know, getting a real rise out of you, you know, cutting you pretty deep, you know, saying whatever they've got to say to upset you. And all their friends will be there and be laughing along, and so their bully will feel accepted by all these friends, making them feel all good about themselves. You know, I'm so funny, I'm so powerful, look how much I'm getting to this person, look how popular I am, and all of that sort of rubbish. You know, the one motivation for bullies that everybody thinks, isn't it? When you're getting bullied, everybody thinks this is their motivation. Everybody thinks that, hey, I'm getting bullied because maybe I am stupid, or I'm getting bullied because maybe I am, you know, too tall, or maybe I do pronounce a word wrong, or whatever. But that is the one thing that is never the actual motivation for a bully. Because bullies will pick on things that make you different. It doesn't have to be much. You know, you can have a different coloured hair, you can have a different way of saying a word, you can be a bit shorter, or a bit taller, or a bit smarter, or just that little bit different. And they'll pick that difference. And they'll use that to get to you. But do you actually think a bully is bothered by those things that they're picking on you about? Do you think that a bully is staying up 4 a.m. in the morning? Bully just can't sleep because he's so bothered by the colour of your hair. You know, that hair is just so horrible. He's got to bully you, or she's got to bully you until you finally change that colour of your hair. Do you really think they're staying up late at night? That they actually care about that? And yet every time you think, you know, maybe I am too tall, maybe I do have a bad colour hair, maybe I am not rich enough, maybe I am this, or maybe I am that. Every time you think that, you're thinking that the bully's actually bullying you for those reasons. It's got nothing to do about it. You know, I've talked to people before that got bullied because their lunchbox was small. Do you think this person actually cared about a small lunchbox? Time to fight and potentially not do very well here. Oh man, I hate these jukeboxes. Ugh. Alright, so do you actually think that the bully really cares? So, you know, next time you start thinking, maybe I am this Maybe I am too short, maybe I am too whatever. Just check yourself for a second. Because that's what you're doing, you're buying into this rubbish idea. It's just straight up not true. So that's not what motivates bullies. What motivates bullies is the fact that maybe they're getting a laugh out of their friend, maybe they're feeling a bit popular, maybe they're feeling a bit powerful, maybe, I don't know, maybe they suck at school and everything's going wrong and they're really, really upset, and hey, this is something that makes me feel powerful, and this is something that makes me feel accepted, and this is something that makes me feel good about myself, when there's a whole heap of stuff that's making me not feel those things. 20 health, that'd probably be worth it. So that's what motivates bullies. So then you got to ask yourself, if that's what motivates bullies, what's got to be the approach to dealing with it? So changing the colour of your hair, or getting taller, or not being so smart, not being so smart and not getting such good marks because that's making you unpopular. If that's not really the motivation, if they're not actually really bothered by that, then getting taller, or getting shorter, or fitting in, or whatever, ain't going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. If all they need is for you to have a smaller lunchbox than other people, for them to bully you, man, they're going to find any reason. Right? So when you're thinking about how to deal with the bullies, that's the first thing you've got to cross off your list. It ain't going to work. Now we got to heal up, dudes and dudettes. Look at me jump with my awesome cape. Alrighty, we'll go in here. We shall heal. We shall fight. It's not a bad little find. Oh, we're top 10. 1 whole kill to our name. It's only my second game of the day, so I am still not playing fantastically. Making sure everything's reloaded, because the amount of times I have died because I've tried to shoot someone with an empty rocket launcher or something like that. It's ridiculous. So it does actually work with bullies. So, hate to break it to you guys, but sometimes there's no way to stop bullies. Sometimes they are just so bloomin' stubborn and so bloomin' persistent that you can try so many good strategies, and this bully just keeps it up. Like, they just will not get the message, unfortunately. But we're going to hope that this isn't the case in your particular situation. I'm going to talk about some of the things that can work. So if we think about the motivation again, that these people are feeling really, really powerful by pushing your buttons, guess what's going to work? Or guess what should help to deal with the bully? So what should help, not even in a circle, what should help is, drum roll, and you would have heard this one before. If you've ever talked to anyone about bullying before, you would have heard it before. We'll cover it anyway, is ignoring the bully. Because what happens when you ignore the bully? Well, they're not getting a reaction, are they? They're not getting that reward and that reaction that they're so longing for. And the idea is that they're kind of just going to get bored of it. They're not feeling like the masterful puppeteer, are they? No, they're just kind of feeling bored. So the idea is to kind of bore your bully. The problem, of course, is that if you've got a particularly stubborn bully that just will not let up, sometimes boring them isn't enough. Sometimes they're still going to feel rewarded, not by your reaction, but by the reactions oh man, really? But by the reactions of their friends. Oh man. So they might actually just feel rewarded by the reactions of their friends. You know, their friend, even though you're ignoring them, their friends are still laughing. Their friends are still giving them that reaction, making them feel popular and all the rest of it. So simply ignoring them sometimes doesn't quite do the trick. But with that said, a lot of people get ignoring them really wrong. You know, they think that they're ignoring them, but they're really actually still giving the bully a reaction. So by a reaction, I mean anytime that you're upset, anytime that you're angry, anytime that you give any emotional response at all. Any emotional response at all. In this situation, with bullying, the rule that, you know, whoever gets emotional first loses the interaction really applies. And this can be a lot harder said, a lot harder done than it is to say, like most things. But you really don't want to give any emotional response. This guy's not too bad, getting 12 kills. Didn't stand a chance. Oh. And then when they talk about not giving an emotional response, they talk about, you know, giving a bit of a poker face. Oh, this guy's smashing it. And if anyone knows anything about poker, you know, with giving a poker face, they're talking about not letting the other person see that, hey, you know, you think you might have a good hand, or you think you're doing really well. You really don't want to give it away, because as soon as somebody can see your emotions and see what you're thinking or what you're feeling, well, then they've got control over you, don't they? And they know what to do. Oh, this guy's not bad. Yeah. Well, the fact that this guy's absolutely smashing it makes me feel a little bit better that I died to him. So what does this look like in practice, the ignoring method? So, you know, you might have a bunch of bullies giving you a hard time, looking for that reaction, looking to make you angry, because it's really tempting. Again, if we go back to what we talked about with the anger, it's really tempting to get angry in this situation, to feel a little bit of control back over the bully. You know, if I just get angry and tell him off, then that'll work. If I just punch the bully, then that'll work. You just give them the reaction. You just they'll just laugh, and yeah, people have tried it lots of times and it just doesn't work. Because you're still giving them that reaction. You're still rewarding that behaviour. Man, these guys are good. Circle though. You just trap him. Oh, this guy's smashing it. So don't get angry and don't cry, don't get upset. And you got to do whatever you got to do to be able to give that poker face, give that, stay on top of your emotions, and whether or not that means practicing some of those emotional control techniques where you really, you feel like what you focus on, so maybe you focus on something else, or maybe you just get the space that you need. The space that you need to not get upset. Ooh. This is a very good ending. So, sometimes that will all look like you just, the bullies are giving you a hard time. You don't say anything, maybe just go whatever, and you walk away. And if the bullies start following you, which often they do, so you'll walk away, and maybe if they're following you, you walk to where the teachers are, or you walk to the library, or you walk to your mates, or wherever you're gonna get some space. They're gonna let up. And this is a problem with these strategies, is that sometimes people are just in situations where walking away and all that just doesn't quite cut it. But this is like scrims. This is ridiculous. No wonder I didn't stand a chance. Oh, that is unlucky. Wall right there. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he should have won this game. Why is everybody so awesome at Fortnite now? This is ridiculous. There's like no easy wins anymore. Oh, too good. So look, we'll talk more about bullying again. We just started talking about today. We get a little bit of an idea about some of the motivations behind the bullies, some of the strategies that people use, and some of the reasons why it doesn't quite cut it. Right, guys have a good day, guys and girls. I'll catch you next time.